story, and I was reminded that I got to give equal time to the great Stan Lee. I met him too, and this goes back to when I had a job. I mean, I was like 15 years old, 14 years old maybe, and it was working at, back in those days, if we wanted to order something online, it would say, call now, 1-800, blah, blah, blah. I was the guy that answered your phone and said, thank you for calling, and let's send you whatever. I got a phone call, picked it up, I said, hello, thank you for calling, can I take your order, please? And the guy, he ordered this little emerald thing, and he starts telling me, you know, his address. I had Stan Lee's credit card number. So I took his address, and he says his name, Stan Lee. Now, it didn't click in my head at that moment. I just didn't pay attention because I was just, you know, taking orders. I must do a dozen of those, 20 of them an hour or so. You just move real quick. This isn't the handwritten because we didn't have computers and stuff. So, yes, again, I'm that freaking old. And vegan superpowers, you never grow old. So I take the order, and when he says the state name Stan Lee, I write it down, and then but it kind of was ringing in my head, and I don't know why. I couldn't figure out why. I'm thinking, why do I know this name? So I take it on, and he tells me his address, and again the address starts getting to my head because I've seen it in 100 comic books. And so then I go, your name's real familiar. And then he says it. He goes, well, I kind of do some stuff with comic books. I don't know if you're into comic books. I go, oh my gosh, I'm talking to Spider-Man. Like, that's what I said. Everybody around me is like, what the heck are you talking about? And we started talking. I could have lost my job because we were talking for probably, I'm not kidding, 20 minutes after that about comic books and the industry. It was the highlight of my job at that company. The company was called Ring America. I remember that now. And I love that job. I had a good time. But I got to talk to Stan Lee on the phone. I had like 20 minutes, if not more, of just one-on-one time with Stan Lee. And there I was a kid, you know, talking to the creator of Spider-Man and all that stuff. Oh, it was so cool. So now let's go 40 years later. I'm at a convention getting him to autograph a book, and as he's autographing it, you know, you get a chance to talk to him, and I go, I know this is a crazy shot, and I'm thinking back to what I did with Adam West, you know. I go, I know this is crazy, but I go, do you remember ordering a little emerald thing on an 800 number back in the 70s? And he goes, he just kind of looks like that, and I go, you talked to a kid in Chicago and we talked about comic books? He goes, was that you? He goes, I still have that little emerald thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. All right, so I was totally geeking out on that moment. But it's just crazy how little things like that, you don't think about it, and then 40 years later, bam, it's just, oh gosh, I've had a fun life. I can't begin to tell you guys how much fun and exciting life can be. Just be stupid, enjoy life. It's so much fun. Stan Lee was he made, just through his comic books, he really made my life so much more fun than it would have been without him. So, all right, that's my Stan Lee story. Bye, peace, love, be groovy.